Besitos. Hoy vamos a hacer la misión de Inocre. Acá vamos a poner. Vamos a ir por aquí. Ahí está.
That is perfectly all right. My data indicates clear skies in the coming days. Current conditions for maritime travel, optimal. I'll be ready whenever you are.
But are we really gonna set off without telling anyone again? Funny you mention it. You'll never guess who Paimon saw on the way over. Hey! You didn't seriously think we'd let you leave without a farewell party, did you? Yeah, come on, Traveler. We've already made all the preparations. And most importantly, how dare you try and slip away without first paying your respects?
A little bird told us you'd soon be leaving for Nodcry. So, we asked Paimon to give us a heads up before the date of your departure.
You sure it's not time to think of... Don't worry, we won't keep you long. Besides, everyone's there already. Shaska, Ian-san, Auroron. You're invited too, Anupa. Shilonen has a special gift for you.
Accompaniment request accepted. Shilonen demonstrates excellent massage technique. My impression of her...
Wait, so robots like massages too? Or is it just...
Alright, enough with the chit-chat. Let's head to the venue.
Woohoo!
They've set off.
Just as my calculation. About time I met this variable in person. You know, every time we head to a new nation, there's always a point where it suddenly dawns on Paimon. This is it. This time, it was the moment she realized she just polished off the very last of her Saurus crackers.
In other words, Paimon has marked the geographic coordinates from 2 minutes and 40 seconds ago as the boundary between Natlan and Notcry. This deviates somewhat from the official coordinates stored in my database.
Paimon meant more in terms of how it felt on a psychological level. Anyway, what about... that actually kind of makes sense. What about you, Anepa? Come to think of it, maybe we should be asking the other way around. So, when you came over to Natlan, what was the...
In that case, probably when my sensors could no longer detect the moon's power.
The moon? You mean...
Negative. I was referring to...
Oh, what?
Paimon, traveler. Welcome to Notcry.
That must be Nasha Town up ahead! That's the place you were telling us about on the...
That is correct, Paimon. It is also the most bustling...
Oh! Sounds like the perfect place to start trying out all the local specialties! Huh? Is something up, Traveler?
Paimon, this is where our spaceship landed when Ether and I first arrived in Teyvat.
Huh? Are you sure? But how come you've never mentioned...
Well, because those memories are really hazy. All I remember is Ether waking me up and us, just now, setting foot on this land. I felt something. The kind of... Are you referring to Kuvaki?
What now?
The locals refer to it as Kuvaki. That is correct. Another legend has it that long ago, the moon that shines in the sky above us once modern geological surveys and meteorite studies conducted in the...
So, when you mentioned being able to detect the moon's... saying we might actually find your spaceship?
Notcry is surrounded by the ocean. In other words, it could have been anywhere along its coastline. Negative.
Hey, it's okay if you can't remember everything right away. Let's just do what we've always done and keep searching.
I'd be more than happy to help you out as well.
Our pleasure. Anyway, just
Like we crossed another boundary?
Paimon couldn't have put it better herself. Well, as the best non-cry,
Está re bueno la misión. Bueno, vamos. Ahí allá. Bueno, vamos a seguir.
it just occurred to Paimon, if we were looking to put out a missing spaceship commission, or to learn more about non-cry, wouldn't it make sense to drop
The guild is located in Nasha Town. Simply follow this road and you'll reach it.
Huh? What it looks kinda like a seaweed floating around in the air like
That is a kuheki, a species unique to the land of Notcry.
a kuhenki. Does she have something to do?
Indeed it does. According to the Frostmoon Scions, the indigenous inhabitants of this land, the kuhenki, are said to be familiars of the moon goddess, leading those who walk in the moonlight's glow to things of great importance.
The moon goddess? Don't all people here worship the...
Although Notcry lies on Snezhnaya's border regions, the people here have held their own unique beliefs since time immemorial. The beliefs of the Frostmoon Scions seem to date back to the civilization of the angels. According to the documents in my database, even the 7 Archons did not exist at that time.
Wow! So the origin of their beliefs goes back even further than the Archon War?
Correct. At some point, you may come across some statues of their goddess. The Frostmoon Scions carved these as well.
Hey! Looks like she's floating away!
I suggest you follow her. The probability of an ordinary person encountering a kuhenki lies in the single digits. Many here consider them heralds of good.
¿Quién será? ¿Quién será? Vamos hacia el 8. Un cofre, vamos a abrir.
Is this a travel guide? Huh.
Sí, señora Jiménez, buen día. ¿En serio? Qué bien. Entonces sigamos adelante. Sí, porque todo eso ya está hecho.
Are there any particular points of interest?
Disculpa, dile a la
It
señorita
all looks
Yara
pretty
que-
interesting to Paimon. If we have...
Recalibrating route.
Sí, lo escucho.
If we keep following the current path,
De
we will
acuerdo.
arrive at an area of scenic beauty.
Si todo está
From
resuelto,
there,
yo creo que nosotros
will be-
podríamos
Yikes.
volver a hablar después.
Why is Paimon suddenly getting the feeling that if she doesn't step it up soon, enough is...
Esto es bueno. Es muy bueno.
Vamos a seguir.
Te había comentado que tengo algunos planes para la compañía. Y todo ha estado saliendo tal como yo lo tenía planeado. Solo quería que todo lo supieras por mí.
Wow!
Hoy es el día.
Nasha Town actually
Ahora
looks
quiero que
pretty
tú te
big from
encargues de la
here.
compañía.
Feels a bit different than Paimon imagined, though.
Which aspects in particular deviated?
Well, Paimon keeps hearing people describe Notcry as an adventurer's paradise.
According to legend, there was indeed an era of peace in Notcry's past,
Estaré esperándote
the age of the
para la
Fae.
reunión de emergencia.
Tales of those ancient heroes are still told today. One of the most well-known is that of the Lantern Fae. This individual performed many good deeds for Notcry. The present-day Lightkeeper's nightly lantern patrols are, in part, a tribute to their memory. But then, one day,
What happened?
there came a devastating abyssal calamity that swept across Nodcry, and for a time it was left desolate. Heartbroken by what had become the land they had so cherished, that Fae extinguished their light, just as the abyss had extinguished all hope. Nowadays, the paradise people speak of is more of an aspiration, or
And
today, no official authority governs Nodcry. In theory, at least, it is somewhere a person can do whatever they wish, and become whoever they want to be. The Adventurers Guild is just over there, in Nasha Town's Central Plaza, and the flagship tavern is over that way.
hey, what's that building over there?
That is Aino's Boom and Blast Kubaki energy cannon. It gets activated when the Wild Hunt threat level outside Nasha Town reaches a certain but according to the scan I just ran, the energy cannon appears to be malfunctioning, likely due to a recent discharge.
The Wild Hunt? Isn't that the abyssal calamity?
It is a phenomenon that has been occurring for several centuries now. Yet the time and location of Wild Hunt attacks are seemingly random. At first, it was more of an old wives' tale that adults used to scare. If you don't start behaving, kid, some night, the Wild Hunt's gonna come for you. Listen, do you hear that? That weeping in the fog? I have not witnessed enough Wild Hunt attacks to give a statistically sound answer. But the oldest legends say that all people saw was the ghostly shadow of a woman in the mist. It wasn't until later that it became a full-blown calamity. Abyssal monsters and all.
When you put it like that, Paimon's really gotta hand it to Aino. Not only did she prepare you, but she's even built a giant cannon to keep the...
Absolutely. Aino is very... Anyway, according to my schedule, it is time I took you.
Oh, sure. After all, we shouldn't keep... you're right about that.
Vamos a ir por aquí. Vean por dónde. Por aquí, por acá. No sé dónde está. Ah, por acá. Por aquí voy bien acá.
Here we are, the flagship.
Varka told us to meet us here and he's left, right?
No matches, I identified.
Huh. So he isn't here after all. Oh, guess we never... Hey, why don't we go ask the owner? If what they say is true, Varka's drinking prowess must have left...
Vamos a preguntar porque la verdad que no sabemos nada.
Well.
Hello there, Dinya.
You know each other?
Of course. Inepa's a regular here at the flagship.
Robots are into booze?
Not at all. The energy conversion efficiency of alcoholic drinks is very low, and most of them are full of impurities. Still, I can affirm that your berries and fried meat deserve a solid 9.12 out of 10. It has Aino's approval too.
Funny that you should mention that. When you were away in Natland, Varka would come in here every day to pick up a serving of berries and fried meat for Aino.
Aww. He must have been worried sick that she was...
Actually it's cause Varka found out that Aino went wild after Inepa left, gorging herself on snacks she normally couldn't get her hands on. So it was more worry that she... I think I might have just put my foot in it. Anyway, since you're back from Natland, these two must be the ones Varka...
Yep, that's a... So, from the sounds of it, you must be a close friend of...
Varka? Goes without saying. After all, he's the only one around here who's ever managed to stay standing after 10 rounds of the roulette special.
Paimon can't believe he's made such a name for himself. No, guess it's hardly surprising how.
Right now? Must be somewhere near Anvantinjarvi. That's quite...
Huh? Where's that?
It's a lake in the northern part of Nodkrai. Word reached him of trouble brewing around those parts, so he took his knights to check it out.
Oh. So, we missed him?
Varga knew you'd say that. So he specifically told me to make sure you stayed here and enjoyed yourselves. He sends his assurances that everything's under control.
Well, if he's that confident, guess our only option is to accept. Anyway, it's not like there's any special...
Exactly. Plus, not only has he booked you into our finest room, he's paid for it in...
Whoa! That's so generous of him! We might not have met yet, but Paimon's got a feeling that we'll get along...
Oh, and by the way, he also asked me to serve up a portion of berries and fried meat for Anefa. That was pretty...
Thank you.
No, thank you. I'm the one who should...
Traveler, Paimon, why don't you go ahead and drop off your luggage? I can use the...
Sure thing!
Oh. So you don't...
No worries, we should be fine. We got a rough...
Thank you.
Oh, right. You must miss her a lot, too.
Vamos a ir por aquí. Vamos a ir por aquí. Ay.
Feels pretty nice having someone sort out our food and luck, but is this really the flagship's best room? It's pretty big, make no mistake. You mean it's got something to do with Nodkrai's history?
¿Planeas quedarte aquí? Tú te has quedado en mi casa muchas veces, Iris. Perdóname si no soy bienvenida aquí. Ay, yo solo bromeaba. Estaba pensando en lo que haremos, ya que a ti no te gustan los niños.
Should we try the berries and fried meat too? Paimon's getting hungrier and hungrier every time someone
¿Qué
mentions...
más puedo hacer en este caso? Quédate aquí, claro.
Oh, sorry about that.
Please, there's no need to apologize. If anything, I'm the one who should be sorry. Clearly, I shouldn't have gotten lost in my thoughts in the middle of...
Wait a sec. Are you staying in the room next to ours?
Ah, quite the perceptive one, I see. First things first, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kiro Chunu.
Whoa, that's an impressively long name.
Oh, is that so? Names like mine ought to have been fairly common in Snezhnaya, at least in the past. Would I be correct then to assume that the two of you are travelers in this land?
Yep, you sure would be. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We've been to a bunch of nations already, but we only just arrived in Nodkrai today.
What a rare honor it is to meet such worldly travelers.
Are you here for travel too?
If only I had the time to spare. No, I'm just staying the night.
Oh, so you're here for business?
That's certainly one way to put it. I'm a Ratnik of Nodkrai, normally stationed near the burial grounds to the north. My sole cause for being here today was to repair this... Your surprise is entirely understandable. Most people cannot even begin to fathom the idea of a life surrounded by tombstones. But if you've heard of the calamitous abomination that is the Wild Hunt, you'll know that in their wake they bring a host of souls tainted by abyssal filth.
Oh, so it's all about fighting against the abyss. Oh.
I thank you for your concern. But in truth, I've long since grown used to it. In fact,
Paimon sort of gets it now. Even so, she's still pretty sure she could never get used to living in a graveyard herself. For one thing.
Oh, I assure you, there's no need to worry on that account. The kind of ghosts you find in cemeteries aren't too big on talking. Well, would you look at that? Who'd have thought we'd end up chatting this long? Must have a lot in common, huh? Forgive me, but I must excuse myself. The time of my appointment draws near. And...
Oh, sure. In that case, you go right ahead.
Not at all. Should the opportunity present itself, I'd gladly continue our conversation another time. You're always welcome to come visit my grave. I mean, the grave I stand watch over. Your visit would bring much needed light to that place of final rest.
Right. Well,
Then allow me to wish you a traditional Ratnik's farewell. See you by the graveside.
jeez. What a weirdo. Not to badmouth him at all. In fact, he seemed pretty cultured, but at the same time, kind of spooky. His lantern? No, not really. Huh. Guess you've always had a nose for stuff like this. Hey, don't you start spouting all that weird stuff too.
Hermoso el fin. Tan hermoso el fin. Vamos a ir para arriba. Vamos.
Paimon almost forgot something. Were we gonna go try out the berries and fried meat? But now, heading all the way back to the flagship feels like such a...
Please, accept today's boon. Come night or day, may the blessings of the moon goddess shine down upon you.
Huh? What's going on over there? Wait, free food? Wow, the people here are so nice! Quick, let's grab some too. Paimon's super curious what their food tastes like.
Moonlight illuminates the path before you, travelers from afar.
Huh? How'd you know we were...
Just now were a song the birds in the sky, singing of your wanderings. You are no
The birds and the...
Forgive me. I should not have laid the words of others out as a welcome mat for our very first meeting. You, too, must be wondering who I am. I am Lauma, moon chanter of the Frost Moon Scions. Please, as do our followers and other passers-by, accept today's boon.
Happy to oblige. Paimon's name is Paimon, and this here is the traveler. Please.
Think nothing of it. These fruits were the finest we found, delicacies gathered in the wake of the morning dew. It is my hope that partaking of them may lift your spirit.
The finest you found? Wow, that sure is kind of you, but...
The first fruit of the harvest must be placed upon the moonlight altar. Not as an offering to the gods, but as a spark for lost... As perhaps you have already heard, we Frost Moon Scions revere and worship the moon goddess. And now, with tides of haughty Fatui swarming into Nodcry, driven by greed, and greed alone, more than...
Look who it is again. Those unsufferably kind-hearted Frost Moon Scions.
Got it. That's right. 2 servings each. We're starving over here.
Fatui! After what you've been doing to our sacred statues, how dare you even show your faces!
Wilhelmina, bestow today's boon upon our guests.
You hear that? No slacking now.
But, my lady, they...
Please, you two, accept this meal. But remember this. Kindness is the first lantern left to guide those...
Come again?
Let me finish. But should they still refuse to follow the moonlit path, then by our...
You! Hey! Whatever. Just you wait. We'll be... where's the meat? Who wants to eat?
Those stooges...
Ever since they came to Nodcry with all their weird equipment and built that so-called experimental design bureau...
Judging from how they reacted just now, it seems the Fatui already know who you are.
Well, we have gotten in their way in pretty much every nation we visited.
I see. Then, on behalf of the Frost Moon side... Because if they had gotten ahead of themselves just now, And just as the birds and beasts put it, your arrival heralds joy to us all. Besides, for a weary, you will always be welcome at the Frost Moon Enclave. May we meet again in the moon's gentle glow.
These are delicious! Looks like Aneva isn't done with her shopping yet. And the event, good idea! Okay. This is nuts and nuts. This is Esperanza. One of the travel guides recommend. This is the Vesnici Prolecha Greenhouse. And this is the Rossum Workshop. And over here, they've got a super top. That way's north. And that looks like something built by the... So, what'd you think? Even... Hey, come on! Would it kill you to compliment Paimon? Huh? Look! There must be someone at the Adventurers Guild. Looks like we'll finally be able to ask about your spaceship. Oh, where? Which one are you... Oh, now you mention it. Anyway, where we go first is completely up to you. Lucky us! The line seems to be gone now. Come on, let's go say hi. Hey, Catherine. We meet again.
How ridiculous.
Huh?
They often say that mortals, shackled by their own flesh and blood, may fail to perceive the truth of this world. Even.
But Paimon must have gotten the wrong person. At second glance, you do...
A creator might forgive ignorance, but being mistaken for one of my own creations is beyond all pardon. Look very closely, for standing before you is none other than Marionette, 7th of the Fatui Harbingers.
A harbinger?
Today's encounter is merely a courtesy call. You interfered with my work once before, with that little robot. I let it slide. After all, it was nothing more than a distraction. But we are in Nod Cry now. And as such, I strongly advise you not to stand in the Fatui's way. Otherwise, the next time we meet...
Oh, please. You got some nerve coming out with barely veiled threats like that. You're the one stirring things up here.
Oh, perhaps you have misunderstood. Just because Nod Cry lacks a ruler at present, that does not mean it should not be ruled. We Fatui are simply...
Yeah, right. More like shady experiments, judging by your massive creepy research facility.
I've said what I came to say. What you do next, only you can decide. So White and, being the refined young lady that I am, I shall indulge you just this one. Ad Astra Abasask. Welcome to Nod Cry, Dominion of the Fatui.
Paimon's so mad right now! How can anyone so obviously evil be so annoyingly But if a Fatui Harbinger is here to greet us in person, that could only... We'll have to be extra careful from here on out. Hey! The real Catherine's back!
Ad Astra Abasask. How may I help? I will do everything I can to assist you.
You're so much nicer to talk to, Catherine.
Vamos a seguir de rastro.
please, here you go. And if you ever need anything else, don't forget to make the great Lord Sangama Bay your first port.
Oh dear. So it is the real deal.
Of course it's the real deal. Everything you'll find here is 110% real, meaning every one of my deals is as real as a deal can... Wait a minute. Well, if it isn't my two most... and with... Come. How could you just sneak into Not Cry like this without telling your dear Lord Sangama Bay? If I'd known earlier, I would have made an absolute pulled out all...
Thank the Archons we didn't tell you.
Oh, come now. You know as well as anyone how impeccably and conscientiously above board I am when it...
Well, regardless of whether that's true or not, the main issue here is that we had no idea.
A clever merchant always has a backup plan, or two, or three up their sleeves. As the saying goes, a rabbit with many burrows fears not the hunter's arrows. Since you're...
We literally just arrived. Do we look like we're on the hunt for tourist trinkets to take back for our friends?
My, your high-minded tastes never cease to impress. In that case, I know just the thing.
What's that?
Your information, of course. Information about Not Cry, locked securely in the otherwise impenetrable vaults of the Lord Sangama Bay's brilliant mind. I knew it! I just knew you'd appreciate the value of my wares. On the back of all our pleasant dealings in the past, I'll even take a hit by throwing in some insider...
Wow! You sure are feeling...
What do you mean by uncharacteristically? The moment I set up shop in Not Cry, it struck me how many different factions there were. Things got even more turbulent after the Fatui pulled down 2 ancient moon's remnants. People began to catch a whiff of the coming chaos. And the more troubled the waters, the greater the potential
Not at all sorry to interrupt, but we're not here for more.
Oh, really? But surely it was the tales of an adventurer's paradise. In that case, what would you like to know about? The Frost Moon Scions? You mean the people who believe in the moon goddess? They're not a bad bunch. Still, things between them and the Fatui have gotten pretty tense. It's only a matter of time before everyone knows they're here for the ancient moon's remnants, but no one's sure. Anyway, they've been acting mysterious enough, but if you ask me, that Kuvaki experimental design bureau, that bunch of booze-loving monsters? Ugh, don't even... As fellow I've done plenty of deals with heavy drinkers before, but those guys? I never once made it to the contract signing before blacking out. I'm getting flashbacks of the hangovers just thinking about it. What now? A spaceship? Nope, never heard of it. Don't you two get involved in any big business here without so much as a heads up, you hear? Oh, I almost forgot to mention. Sooner or later, you'll no doubt end up doing business with, listen to my advice. Do not, under any circumstances, go there, no matter how much trouble you're in. The Curatorium? Just a place that handles all kinds of disputes. But the owner will charge you an absolute fortune, and she has a temper to match. Nothing like your friendly neighborhood lords.
You're not just saying that to stop your competition from undercutting you, right?
What do you mean? Of course not. I'm only thinking about your wallet. I mean, on behalf of your wallets.
You're really not convincing anyone, you know.
All right. Business is a cutthroat business. I won't argue with, but I'm not lying about that boss lady. Not only did she make it into my top 3 people not to mess with in Not Cry, she's also in my top 3 people most eager to trade in favors.
Seriously? It feels like you're just bad-mouthing your rival now.
Fine. If you don't believe me, go see for yourselves. We might both be from Sumeru, but compared to hers, but when you realize what I'm saying is true, don't